know, there
iba
comes a
yung
moment in every person's life when the question is no longer, what do I want? But rather, who am I willing to become to get it? Look around. The noise, the chaos, the comparison, the expectations. It's endless. We live in a world engineered to distract you, to pull your mind in 1,000 directions, to keep you reacting instead of creating, doubting instead of deciding, following instead of leading. And if you don't take command of your thoughts, life will do it for you. That's the brutal truth. Because make no mistake, your mind is the battlefield. And every day, you're either the warrior or the wounded. Control your mind or be controlled by life. There is no middle ground. Your thoughts are not innocent. They are not fleeting. They are not random. They are seeds. Every single thought, a command issued to the subconscious. And what the subconscious receives, it obeys, obediently, relentlessly, repeatedly. Your mind does not question what you believe. It creates proof of it. So the person who wakes up each morning and says, I'm tired, I'm stuck, I never catch a break, they're not describing life, they're instructing it. That's how most people live, ruled by unconscious patterns, inherited beliefs, societal scripts, and the opinions of people who haven't done a single thing worth following. But the greats, the Edisons, the Disneys, the Carnegies, the Lincolns, they lived by a different law, not man's law, not society's rules, but mind's law. They were not governed by conditions, they were governed by vision. They did not wait for favorable winds, they became the storm. Because here's the truth most never grasp. Success is not about luck, it's not about talent, it's not even about opportunity. It's about mental domination, the complete and total discipline of thought. The world will test you, life will challenge you, people will misunderstand you, and if you don't have control over your mind, you will break. You will chase the wrong things, you will fight the wrong battles, you will waste years trying to be liked, to fit in, to please people who never mattered. And then one day, you'll wake up and realize that your potential wasn't taken from you, it was abandoned by you. This is why you must take the throne of your mind and refuse to surrender it, because the moment you lose control of your thoughts, you become a puppet to trends, to media, to fear, to failure. But when you learn to command your thinking, to program your beliefs, to discipline your emotions, to choose your internal state regardless of external chaos, that's when life bends to your will. The first step, recognize this. You are not your mind. You are the master of it. Your thoughts are tools, not truths. Your emotions are signals, not dictators. And if you don't grab the wheel, the vehicle will still move. It'll just crash into the wall of regret. You cannot master your life until you master your mind. And you cannot master your mind until you take full responsibility for every thought that passes through it. This is the principle Napoleon Hill built an empire on. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But most people stop at the dream. They forget the price, the work, the belief. Belief is not wishing. It is not hoping. It is not positive thinking. Belief is a weapon. It is a contract with your future, a blood oath with your destiny. And until you sign that contract with conviction, life will not take you seriously. You want abundance? You must believe you're worthy of it. You want purpose? You must believe your life is meant for something greater. You want success? You must believe it's inevitable, not someday, but now. Most people were taught to doubt, taught to shrink, taught to think small. And they confuse realism with wisdom, forgetting that every visionary in history was once called crazy. When Henry Ford said he would create a horseless carriage for the masses, they mocked him. When Edison said he'd light up the world with electricity, they laughed. When Oprah stood in front of her grandmother and declared she wouldn't spend her life folding laundry, they dismissed her. But they didn't fold. They didn't flinch. They didn't buy into limitation. They reprogrammed their beliefs until their beliefs reprogrammed reality. The mind is a factory, and your thoughts are its workers. If you keep feeding it doubt, fear, excuses, you will manufacture failure. But if you feed it faith, clarity, purpose, you will build empires. This is not motivation. This is the mechanics of the mind. You are literally wiring your future with every thought you allow, every belief you entertain, every story you tell yourself in silence. So the next time your mind whispers, I can't, you speak back with thunder and say, watch me. Because the world doesn't need another excuse maker. It needs more deciders, people who decide who they will be and refuse to negotiate with fear. You can either become a master of thought or a slave to reaction. One builds empires,